There we go. Excuse me. I'm always gonna say every single time I'm out in the garage because what happens is I see this and then it says you're live, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm live. Let me go ahead and go to the screen, right? And when I say the screen, I mean my web browser. The way I like to do this is I will immediately look at the live stream from like a phone or a separate source so that I can then like see if somebody's chatting, right? I gotta come up with a better solution. Like if I could come up with what would be sick is like an e-ink display that is somehow connected to like an API endpoint, so that what I could do is I would build a script into it so that I would take the short code of the live stream and then it would be able to like every single time, load it, and it would just load it and it would show the screen. I think that would be pretty fascinating. That'd be a nice project to figure out one day. I say e-ink because it's gonna, be easily able to be run off of like low power, and it has a nice little contrast. I mean, I don't need to look at details. I really just need to see what the text is. Like for example, my boy Joe might be like, "Hey brother, how you doing? How are you doing tonight? You doing well?" And I'd be like, "Hey Joe, I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're having a wonderful night." I'm just guessing. Like I don't actually have anything open, so yeah, let's get it going. Oh right, and what we want to do is actually I'd like to use the YouTube app itself because it's just a better interface trying to like deal with the chatting mechanism. Better interface trying to like deal with the chatting. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So pretty much, I mean, I didn't realize I was gonna set something up and get going right now, but some weird kind of happened a little earlier tonight, and I don't have anyone to talk about it, and I kind of wish I would have somebody to talk about it, or I wish I could have some feedback. Now, I don't really know if I'm being paranoid, if I'm overthinking this or not, and so that's the reason why I wanted to share this here and get some feedback. Oh, what's up, dude? Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm telling a story, dude. So I went to the bank, right, for just a moment, um, to make a deposit, right? And there was another guy in a car ahead of me, and he wasn't actually in his car. He was standing out, working with the ATM. And I didn't give a shit about that, right? I was like, whatever. Um, like nothing. Like, I get it, do that. And so he does this thing, and then he gets into his car, and then I'm just like, all right, he leaves, so I'm going. But he doesn't leave. He pulls forward just a little bit and kind of blocks the intersection. And so the way my bank's ATM works is it has like a little drive-in, but there's like a little separate lane, so you can kind of like Y out. So the thing was, when he was getting his money at the ATM, I didn't pull up close because I'm just like, you're not in your car. You can turn around, like you can run up on me and be like, give me what you got, like, and I don't want that. And so I'm like, yeah, if you're in your car, I don't have that suspicion. But if you're not in your car, I definitely have that suspicion. And then furthermore, I was concerned that, well, maybe there's somebody there with them or behind him or around or something. Maybe it's all in tandem. See, the way it would work is his car's blocking the intersection. I pull up, someone pulls behind me, I can't escape. And so that's where my mind was at. And why I was like, I'm not pulling up close to this guy. Let him do his thing, give him as much space as he needs and go. So he got in his car and he did not leave. He pulled forward, he blocked the intersection out, and now I'm just feeling fucking nervous. Like, why are you doing that? Like, fucking leave. Fucking leave. You got your money, fucking leave. Right? And so, like, I waited there like 3 minutes, right? Like, well, no, it wasn't 3 minutes because I thought that would have been too long and stupid on my part. I think it's about 2 minutes I waited, right? And I get it. Maybe I was being paranoid, but I honestly didn't like that. I got a really bad vibe about that. The fact that this guy, he was blocking the intersection after he was in the ATM, and he was just sort of parked there, right? Like I saw him, like he was there for a minute, and then I saw him, turn off his little like pull out of park into drive because it's automatic, right? Because what happens is when it goes in reverse, you see the reverse lights blink off for just a split second, right? And so that's how you know the little transmission thing happened. So he does that, and then he goes right back into park, and I'm just like, nah, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. And so I think that that guy might have been trying to rob me. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I got a vibe that, yeah, Like, why did he like? Why was he just doing that at the ATM? Why did he just fucking leave? Like, if he would have pulled away, I would have been cool. Even if he would have pulled out of the intersection, so I would have had an exit, so I could have driven away, I would have been good. But the fact that that all happened, like, nah, man, that felt suspicious. And so, yeah, that's why I did this little thing right now, Jack. I'm just like, yeah, like, what the fuck was that about? And so I'm just like, was the guy trying to rob me, or was he just being an idiot? And so, yeah, I'd like to hope that he's being an idiot, but yeah, what would you do in that situation? I mean, like I said, it was a couple of minutes. I ended up just like backing up and leaving. Like, I'll go to the bank tomorrow, you know, like I'll deal with it at a later point in time. Um, yeah, and so that's why I started this little quick little story time, because I wanted to know, internet, what like would you do? Would you be okay with this? Would you do something different? I have no reason to fucking talk to the guy or to even be like, hey, what the fuck, or any of that shit, because that's not worth my time. That's not worth the escalation. Like, if that guy's an idiot or not, or is justified or not, I don't want to entertain it, you know? Like, that ain't worth my time. And so, yeah, that's what, like, does that make sense? Was I being paranoid? And so, yeah, that's what I was asking here. That's Jack. That's why I'm on here. You know, that's why what I wonder. Yeah. So, I'm gonna probably chill for a bit. I think I'm done here. I'm gonna also throw on some what is it called? Some Fortnite. Get my practice in to go pro, and probably get in on some Helldivers in a bit too. So, you know, if you like it, feel free to check it out. Regardless, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. I love you all. Please remember to love your neighbor. I'm out. As soon as I turn this off.